I've scammed Temu for this ultralight titanium hot tent stove, and you can do it too. But first, let's get it out and have a look at it and make sure that they haven't skanked me. So it comes in this lovely, like, leatherette padded case. Let's have a look at it. Ooh, look, we've got a pocket in there, look. Gloves. Pipe. That's your, what do you call it? I can't remember what you call it, but it's got a spring on it for some reason. Dampener, that's what it's called. There's his door and his back. And that's the main body of the stove. And the legs and the rings. So, let's get it together, shall we, and have a look. Wow. It says on the site that it's 1.6 kilos, which I'm guessing is just this lot, because with the bag and all the packaging and the gloves and stuff, it weighs about 2 kilos. But 2 kilos for a hot tent stove is absolutely banging. Let's have a look. Is it any good? That's the top. These are the sides. I'll leave a link for this in the description, so if you want to have a look at it, you can have a look yourself. And obviously, if you want to scam Temu yourself, then you can do. Right, let's figure this out, shall we? So, that on there, that on there. So, that slots in there, that slots in there. Slot that in there, then that on top, like so, and then these legs now. There's his legs. We have got some destructions here, but I'm a man, so I don't need instructions, do I? Right, them go on the top, take them out, the wing nuts go to the bottom. This might be a pain in the ass to do when you're out in the field, but I've seen people use these before, so it can't be that hard. And there it is. It's pretty solid once it's all put into shape. There's the door, look, and you've got your little bit of glass on there. They haven't put glass on the sides because obviously that makes it a lot heavier. But once you know where these are set now, you won't need to move these. You'll know that they're in the right position now from now on. Now comes the fun bit, sorting this chimney stack out. If you're wondering where our Fendy is, she's over there catching a bit of sun. Right, this is just going to spring out on me, is this? Ooh, it's not as bad as what I thought. Now the reason why I'm getting this out and having a look at it, one is to make sure it's all here, and two, I need to do an initial burn on it, because that'll then give the shape to the chimney stack, and also I want to make sure, see if that warps out of all proportion so it can't be used again. Right, this is a pain in the ass, these. Someone's gonna say, you're supposed to do it. by rolling it in a cone and doing it that way. But I don't care, mate. I don't care. Let's try it anyway. Because you don't really want to be kinking this. So I've never been able to do it like this, but we'll see if it works. But that's not going to work, is it? I've got a solution. Here we go. Here's my solution. Piece of plastic pipe. Come on. Like I say, once it's been burnt once, it'll be a lot easier in the field. It just rolls in. It wants to keep that shape then. Don't kink, come on. Come on, mate, you can do it. Right, as kinked at that end. Never mind. Alright, let's get the... where's my rings? My rings of power. Right. Let's get one over there. There we go. Oh, don't fall down decking. That'd have been good, wouldn't it, if they'd have all gone down decking. Speaking of decking, you like how clean it is? It used to be really green, and I normally jet wash it in the winter and in spring, but I found something that actually cleans the deck and you don't have to jet wash it, and it works within about 10 minutes of putting it on, and that's chlorine. Come on. You just spray it on, leave it for 10 minutes, and then wash it off. Rinse it off. That's it, it's done. There we go. Don't forget to take your plastic pipe out. You don't want that in, do you? Right, let's get this fixed on there. What's that? Slug. Yak! Can never get this bit right. Oh, look at that. He's done it first time. We'll spin that around there like that. Put that down there, tighten that up. And there she is. Old stack. Right, let's get some timber in it and get it burning, shall we? I've got a few of these dry kindling do-free bobs here. It looks like a fairly decent sized stove, to be fair. I'll put the measurements for it on screen, maybe, or maybe I won't. Pot luck in it with this channel. Right, I don't have any dry timber logs, so we're gonna have to use some of these thingamajigs. I don't know what you call them. Does it say on them? Heat logs. Well, I can just fit 4 of them in nicely. That should give it a good test. Alright, and we'll use some of these wax thingamajiggies. There we go. Flick you in there. Get that one lit. There we go. What I'll do is I'll put a couple more of those on top to get her going. And there we go. We'll open up that vent and we should see her going now. Is that open? Let's open up the dampener. It's already started to go that lovely purpley patina colour. Oh, hello. What are you doing? Come to say hello, have you? Mwah. I'll move your big head out where people want to see the stove. It's roaring. This stove is already cheap enough as it is, but I got it even cheaper. Them logs give out a load of smoke, don't they? Mate, I'm smoking out neighbourhood. Oh no. Them logs, look at the state of that, them heat logs. Not a very clean burn. But yeah, for a stove like this, 1.6 kilos or 2 kilos with a bag and the gloves. It's an absolute steal. What do you think, mate? Oh, what do you think to my t-shirt anyway? All you bushcrafters will know, won't you, who that is. If you don't know who that is, MCQ Bushcraft, then go check his archive on YouTube. If you want to learn about bushcraft, that's where you want to go. Right, I think what we're going to do, leave that to burn out now, and then we'll come back, have a look at it, make sure that it's not all warped and not fit for purpose, and then I'll tell you how we can scam Temu. Right, so pitch black now. It's been about 3 hours since I lit it, so we'll have a look. Can you even see me? What's that like? Is that better? DJI Pocket 3. Right, let's have a look at this stove. Look, it's got a nice colour now. Let me get some light on there. Let's have a look inside. Right, let's empty this out and we'll see if it's warped. Chim chimney, chim chimney, chim chim chimney. Is that how that song goes? Should probably get a get something to put these little screws in, shouldn't I? So I don't lose them down decking. Take the top ones out, and then you can leave the bottom ones as they are, and then it's set then, isn't it? But next time I use it, I am expecting a little bit of warpage, just because they always do, these stoves, because they get really hot. But as long as it goes back together, I'm not bothered. Like I say, for the price and the weight of it, it's going to be good. There you go. There is a little bit of warpage on it, on the lid. Can you see that? So I'll put that over there. Can you see? It's not much, but there is a little bit. That's what she looks like inside. The sides don't look to have warped much, but we'll take them off and have a look. That seems pretty flat. That's not warped, but it's only a small piece, is that, isn't it? Got some burning on that. That's hardly warped. It has warped a tiny little bit, but like I say, I'm expecting it to. Well, that's alright as well. That's hardly warped. Don't even know if you can see it with it being this dark. And that's hardly what, well, just a tiny little bit. So it's more on the lids, but that doesn't matter because you screw it down. Right, let me get rid of this ash. Oh, bottom's warped a little bit. It looks a bit. There we go. The bottom has warped just a tiny little bit, like the top, but I'm not worried about that at all. Looks like it's marked me decking a bit though. So this is why we do a burn first, because this, see how that wants to hold that shape there. Knock all stuff out of it, but then that'll be a lot easier to sort out when I'm in the wild, so to speak. So now you'll be wanting to know how I scammed Temu, and how you can too. Well, it's gone back in the case nicely. I need to go wash my hands after rolling that chimney up. So, if you've ever shopped on Temu, then you'll know that they send you out all the, well, they tell you that you've won all this money, basically, all these coupons. Like they'll say you've won 200 quid coupon, but when you click on it, it'll have 200 quid's worth of coupons, but it'll be like £5, £10 off when you spend 100 quid, blah blah blah, this, that and other. So what I did, the stove itself cost 150, well I think it was £149, something like that, which is really good value for money for what it is anyway, because if it had a label on it like Pomole, it'd be like 400 quid, that stove, for what it is. So I bought it. They sent me out a load of these. Well, they said that I've won all these tokens, so I collected all the tokens, and then it said you get £50 off if you spend £150. So what I did then was I cancelled that order that I'd just placed for the stove, got my money back for that, and then placed the order again. So I got the stove for £100. Absolute bargain. And I'm guessing you can do that with any of the purchases really. Just get your money back on it, cancel it straight away after you've collected your tokens, and then you get to spend your coupons, don't you? 100 quid for that. Absolute steal. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.